Hello everyone, it's me, Dragon Critic, aka Leo O'Brien, and exactly a month away, it is Christmas Eve. Yay! I'm so excited. So today, this is going to be an interesting podcast. This could be the possibly final podcast I'll ever do. So today we're going to be talking about Arctic Dogs, Dragon Prince, since the third season came out on Friday, Frozen 2, and the upcoming Spies in Disguise, and the new COPPA and YouTube system. So I'm going to start off by setting up the Discord call, and let's see who is on. Because Harry said he was meant to be joining us, so hopefully he's on.
Oh, hey, Lee. Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, so, so the first topic we have is Arctic dogs. So Harry, would you like to give your thoughts on Arctic dogs again, just for the podcast purpose?
Oh, with pleasure. Arctic dogs. This is. Oh, oh, oh boy. Where do I begin? This movie is a dog turd. I'm sorry. This is one of the worst animated movies of 2019, and my God, what of this? Arctic dogs is the definition of boredom. And it makes no this anthropomorphic animal world that this movie takes place in makes no sense whatsoever. And you might as well have just had humans be the lead characters, but and I mean you have the laziest storyline of this Arctic dog who looks more like a wolf, to be honest. And as he is rising to fame, and he has this fox love interest, and the villain whose design looks like a rip off of Mr. Waternoose from Monsters Inc. With these killer puppins. Are you kidding me? That is pathetic. And yeah, I predicted where this plot was going to go in 10 seconds, and my God, I doubt any kid will stay awake at any point in this movie. It offers nothing. It's literally the biggest waste of time in animation I have seen all year. Well, I guess the voice acting is decent, but that's its only redeeming quality. So yeah, I am going to rate Arctic Dogs a 1 out of 10 and 1 star out of 5.
Yeah, I was talking to Jost well, just a couple of hours ago, Harry. He told me that he thinks the villain was a rip off to Mr. Water News, isn't it? Out of Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
Water News, or I can't remember his name. He said that he's a rip off, and yeah, I probably will agree. I don't think it's as bad as you say, nor what other people say. I just think this movie's quite sad when you think about it, because it's got professional actors, like you got Jeremy Renner, James Franco, who are both in big budget Marvel movies, The Avengers and the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, excuse me, trilogy, and that's sad because they try, but the script they're given is shite. It's a very bland movie. It's just mediocre to me. I don't think it's like horrible, but I was pretty bored, and like you said in the review we did a while back, it's very confusing, and I had no idea, and I too had no idea what the plot was, and it just didn't make a whole lot of sense, and I just found the whole thing very bland, very uninteresting, and yeah, I agree. I don't think kids would like it. It's only playing in one cinema in my country, and that's just sad when you think about it. Because think about all the amount of effort the studio had to go through, the amount of effort. Yeah, it's not effort at all. It's absolute crap. I know it sounds like I'm hating the movie, but I don't. I just think it's mediocre. Um, Visuals are nice, but then again, I don't think it's cinematical worthy. It's more straight to DVD. Like, I'll give it that. Visually nice, but it's not stunning in a way. I just saying visuals are decent, like they're nice. They're not groundbreaking like some visuals we've seen this year by DreamWorks. but I mean, I don't know the studio that made it. I can't remember. It's a very and like I said, I can't even remember a lot of this movie. It's very, very forgettable, and I haven't even seen that many great animated movies this year, apart from Abominable and The Hidden World. But yeah, nah, not a very good movie, and I give it a five. It's very, very, very mediocre. But for the next topic, the Dragon Prince. I know you haven't seen it, Harry, so I'll just give my thoughts on it. I will plan on doing a review next year, but I have to say, when I watched the third season on Friday, I just went, "Wow, that was amazing." And in a way, the ending of season three reminds me of Infinity War, and my God, they actually this is PG, but I won't say much. The death of a quote unquote death, as I'm trying not to spoil it. It's pretty much the same level of graphicness as Metal Beak's death, and they actually I'll just say this. They do get a well, spoiler alert. They do get away with showing a little bit of blood, and this show is supposed to be like for children, like it's PG and all, but they get away with showing blood, and that's not the first time the Avatar creators have gotten away with showing blood. Remember in the finale of Last Airbender when Zuko's all beaten up, it's not really blood, but you can see like really red scars, and you can really tell that the creators of Avatar are very ballsy. Like they don't care. Like, oh yeah, we can show blood, but we can't be too graphic. And I think that's good because it's real life. In real life, blood does happen, and it is pretty funny how you remember like Sergeant Stubby. They don't show blood. Obviously, they can't because that is more of a young children's movie. But I think what Dragon Prince did, it gets away with a very violent death. I won't spoil it, but it's awesome. I love the story. There's a lot of backstory, world building. There's a lot of character development, and it's amazing. And I love the characters. I love Callum. I love Ezrin. I love Rayla. I love the villain. I love the two other characters, Claudia and Soren. Yeah, they actually have a character named Soren. And he's the one that's the cause of the violent death. So it's pretty funny that because when I watched that scene, I was like, oh, I just went, oh my God, I didn't see that coming, and I did get a vibe from Legend of the Guardians: The Owls of Ga'Hoole. But it's an outstanding TV show. I will review it. Don't worry, soon. Hopefully next year. If not, I might review it soon. But nah, I highly recommend it. If you're a fan of How to Train Your Dragon, Avatar, if you're into like mature animation storytelling, that's even ballsy and violent. And here's the thing with Netflix: a lot of their shows are very mature and violent, like Race to the Edge. The plot twist that Heather and Dagger were brother and sister. If you did that in Riders of Berk, you wouldn't have gotten away with it because that's Cartoon Network. This is Netflix. Netflix, they can show the big plot twist. They can show the big boom, and I really, really, really recommend the Dragon Prince. It's awesome. It is really, really great, and if you love Avatar, I highly recommend it. But yeah, nah, I highly recommend it, though, and yeah, same to you, Harry. I really recommend the series, and I recommend it to anyone really. It's awesome.
Awesome.
Next topic, Frozen 2. I'll just give my little thoughts first. Well, I haven't seen the movie, but I'll then, because you probably have a lot more to say about it. I don't have a lot to say. Judging by the trailers, it looks alright. I mean, visually stunning, but a friend of mine in the fandom said that the way they ripped off Astrid's design for the two sisters, and I said, yeah, I pretty much agree. They kind of did. I think I don't know. The first one is extremely overrated. I think. I'm sorry, but it really is. And I think the problem, what made it overrated, was that 6 years ago when it was released in November 2013, it was a big hit and everyone loved it. But then they got overboard and over the top, and it got popular and popular and popular, and then the population collapsed and it became a very overrated movie. And I used to think it was the worst film ever made until I saw Strange Magic in the North, and then I changed my mind. I'll just say it's an alright. The first one's alright. It's just very overrated. Don't care. But I think for 2019 standards, the second one should be at least good. It might be better than, say, Wonder Park or Missing Link. I'm still deciding which I like better. Wonder Park or Missing Link. I might give to Wonder Park because Wonder Park's at least original, but I give both Wonder Park and Missing Link a 7. Um, um, and obviously, I think the two best animated movies of the year are Hidden World and Abominable. But yeah, but I mean, when I review it, I'm at least gonna because I've heard pretty good things about it. All I can say is though, due to the lower ratings, I don't mean to offend anyone that loves the movie, but all I can say is yes, we have a chance that The Hidden World could win an Oscar, and that's all I say. I'm praying to God that Hidden World does get an Oscar. But do you agree, Harry? Do you think there's a chance Hidden World will get an Oscar?
Absolutely, yeah. I think Hidden World will be the first DreamWorks movie since Shrek to win the Oscar.
There's rumors of it too, and I believe earlier they were talking about it. But yeah, okay. So those are my like initial reaction to the sequel being made. But Harry, would you like to give your thoughts on Frozen 2?
Oh, gladly, Liam. Frozen 2. I well, a sequel to the highest-grossing Disney animated feature ever was inevitable, and 6 years later we have Frozen 2. But I may be in the minority here, since I've heard reactions like, "Oh, it's underwhelming story-wise in comparison to the first Frozen." I beg to differ. Frozen 2 for me is even better than the first Frozen. This is one epic sequel. It is, my God, Frozen 2 fixed all of the minor flaws I had with the first Frozen. It had more scenes between Elsa and Anna. It's expanded the world building, and it had no bad songs like Fixer Upper, thank God. In fact, every single song in Frozen 2, I am going to say it tops the songs in the first, and Into the Unknown is even more memorable than Let It Go, and it may be even more overplayed than Let It Go in the future. We'll see.
Oh please,
And
God, no.
well, yeah, well, yeah, that would be annoying, but we'll see. And the next right thing, I'm not going to spoil anything, but that song is after the death of a major character in the movie, and it's a grim moment, and a coming of age moment for Anna. But and I love that Frozen 2 goes outside of Arendelle. We get to see this enchanted forest, which looks gorgeous. This movie is the best photorealistic CGI animation I've ever seen from Disney, and I and I and also Kristoff gets a song this time. Thank God, he didn't have one in the first Frozen, and and I love that this movie had the balls to be darker than the first Frozen, as we Disney have been lacking in darker movies in the revival age, but so they finally brought that back for Frozen 2, and uh, and Elsa does get some adorable animal sidekicks in this movie. Her ice gecko, and especially her badass water horse, and she even has a stunning transformation into a white dress and long hair. I'm not going to ruin anything, of course, but yeah, Frozen 2, it does exactly what a sequel should do, and it took inspiration, I think, from the best DreamWorks sequels like How to Train Your Dragon 2. I mean, I'm not going as far as calling Frozen 2 the best movie of the year or anything. That's still The Hidden World, but Frozen 2 for me is the second, and it's easily the best Disney movie of the year, far superior to Toy Story 4. Sorry,
Okay,
Toy
well, I'm
Story 4
assuming that's probably
lovers.
true because Toy Story 4 is just average.
I
Maybe not
agree.
terrible, but it wasn't. It's not a masterpiece, but I mean, yes, I gave it a 6 out of 10, but I did say it was entertaining and at least enjoyable. But out of 5, I'd give it a 3. But nah, I just didn't think that was that good. But I mean, I'm assuming this is probably way better.
Oh yeah, it is. Trust me, for far more epic and emotional. But yeah, all I can say is bring on Frozen 2. Let's pray we don't need to wait another I mean, Frozen 3.
I was
Sorry.
about to
Let's.
say, wait, don't you mean a third one?
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, my mistake. But yeah, let's hope they don't take another 6 years to make Frozen 3. But yeah, I am gonna rate Frozen 2 a 10 out of 10 and 5 stars out of 5.
Right. Okay.
I've just been sitting here for the last 5 minutes and nobody's even noticed.
Okay. Oh, right. Sorry. Harry, this is a good friend of mine, Inimus Rex 01. Inimus Rex, this
It's
is Harry.
Indominus!
Oh, sorry.
Oh
But
hi.
yeah, but we just talked about Arctic Dogs, Dragon Prince, Frozen 2, and you can give your thoughts if you'd like.
Okay, out of the few things that you said there, I'm pretty sure I've only seen one of them.
The Dragon Prince?
Pardon?
Was it the Dragon Prince?
Yes, it was.
Out fucking standing. Okay, but don't spoil it because Harry hasn't seen it. And I highly recommend it to like anyone that's watching
Ooh, all the
this.
power's in my hands now.
But give your thoughts on the Dragon Prince, so you can give your thoughts on the series overall.
Okay, the series overall, I say it's very good, and season 3 is probably the best one.
You got anything else you want to say, or
Not really, because everything else, because everything else that I want to say contains some sort of spoiler.
all right, fair enough. Yeah. On to the next thing. If you want to say something about Arctic Dogs and Frozen 2, feel free to. But next topic. This is the final animated movie of the 2010s decade. After this one, animation for 2010 is boom over. The Blue Sky are coming back. Spies in Disguise, Tom Holland and Will Smith. I am really looking forward to seeing this one. I got the teaser a few times when I went to see The Hidden World. Excuse me, and I got it again when I went to see Abominable. But I'm really looking forward to Spies in Disguise. I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be funny. I think it's good. I think it's going to be really great. I think it's going to be outstanding. I'm dying to see it. I love Tom Holland. He's awesome. I like Will Smith. He was good in Shark Tale. But I don't have a lot to say. But I'm excited for it. The release date is a bit
Did
odd.
you seriously just say he was good in Shark Tale?
Yes.
That abomination of animation.
I don't think so. But would you guys like to give your thoughts on the upcoming Spies in Disguise, judging by the trailers?
Well, I yeah, my I don't have the highest of expectations for Spies in Disguise. I predict it's just going to be a serviceable. It's going to be one of Blue Sky's movies that's just good, but not great. But I could be wrong. It could be a classic and one of their best, like the first Ice Age and the Peanuts movie. We'll see, but yeah, Will Smith and Tom Holland, they would make a perfect duo in this movie, and I love the concept of transforming a spy into a pigeon because pigeons are literally they are the ideal spies, and yeah, it looks like a animated parody of James Bond, and I love James Bond vibes because, well, me and Ollie are both James Bond nerds, but yeah, other than that, this I don't think this movie will I don't think it will be anything groundbreaking. I doubt it will be one of the best animated movies of the year, but we'll see. So yeah, that's my predictions.
Miss Rex, would you like to give your thoughts on the trailers for Spies in Disguise?
I think it would have been better if it was just a normal spy movie.
Okay. Right. Is that all you want to say?
Were you asking me?
I meant, Miss.
Oh yeah.
It would have been better if it was a normal spy movie, because I have absolutely no interest in seeing this movie. But I probably would if it was just an animated spy movie. Why does he have to transform into a pigeon? Why? Just make it a normal animated spy movie. A animated spy movie would already be the first of its kind to my knowledge. But why does he need to transform into a pigeon?
Well, for comedy, I guess. So it's probably not even going to be a major thing, but, yeah, but that's all I gotta
Probably
say.
won't be a major thing. It's called Spies in Disguise. So reading my title, we can assume the disguise bit is him transforming into a pigeon. So I think the whole entire story will focus about him transforming into a pigeon.
Yeah, but who knows? I mean, it could be, like, that might not be the disguise. I mean, think about it. We only have marketing.
Exactly. Could be a plot twist.
Mysterio
It's not exactly a
villain.
plot twist. It's not exactly a plot twist if you market something in the trailer and in the real movie, it's not there. That's called false advertising, my friend.
Well, it's not really a plot twist that Mysterio was the villain, because we all knew it was coming.
Well, yeah,
What?
because he's a villain in the comics. Oh, yeah.
I don't have a clue what any of you just said.
I was saying Mysterio in Spider-Man Far From Home. That's not really a twist,
Ah.
but we all knew it was coming.
Oh yeah.
Well, to be honest, I don't really like Spider-Man Far From Home.
Fair enough.
To be honest, Mysterio would be one of the better MCU villains, as the MCU does have some mediocre villains, but he's one of the standouts.
I say Mysterio's. I say Mysterio's definitely one of the better ones. Who the hell's phone is that? Anyways, I do say that Mysterio is one of the better ones, but he's not the worst and he's not the best.
Fair enough, but right, next topic, the final topic, before we get on to the final talk about show, my possible YouTube retirement. I'll say this first off. This does not mean I'm retiring for good. I will still watch
YouTube
YouTube,
retirement.
but no, but listen, if this does go to plan, I will have to retire, which is unfortunate, but YouTube has set up a new COPPA system, and you now have to mark your audience as made for kids or not for kids. And basically, if you do not comply, you will be fined $42,000 for each video you make. However, I was talking to Jack the Film Fanatic the other night, and he told me that it's not big deal. YouTube will be setting the audience for your content if you don't, and the fine is just for the United States of America, so not for other countries. Please God, anyway. But nah, I think my opinion on the whole COPPA thing, it's very confusing because you keep getting new information about it every day and every day, and it's getting so annoying and even distracting, really. And I just think it's ridiculous because, it shouldn't be us setting our content is for kids or not for kids. But here's the thing, if you set your content as for kids, you're not going to be able to do comment sections or notifications or add playlists for your viewers. And that kind of sucks, but I mean, it's to protect children from meeting up an online predator. But that's what the internet safety is all about. But nah, I just think the whole COPPA thing, Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. I mean, if you want to protect children, just use the YouTube Kids app. But and like a fine of $42,000 multiplied by every single video you have is crazy. I don't think any of us have that kind of money, and I don't know if I can even pay that kind of money. And I do have good hope that YouTube will be saved, as I will be leaving a link to the petition and the FTC comments. They're listening to comments by December 9th, and then the chance will be finalised. But I do have good hope we'll be saved. But I kind of doubt it, and we'll just see what happens. But if I do retire, this could be the final podcast, as I said in the beginning. But yeah, nah, it is scary with the fine, like $42,000. No one has that kind of money. I don't have that money. Harry doesn't have that money. Indomus Rex doesn't have that money. No one does except for Disney, and it's ridiculous. But I do have good hope because I was hearing a rumor that it was fixed, which Indomus Rex sent me last night. But nah, I just think it's ridiculous, and a lot of people are really, really upset about it. And me too. I don't want to get fined, and I want to continue YouTube for at least another 5 years. And I just think, like the whole COPPA thing, it's ridiculous, and no one's going to be a part of YouTube for getting a fine of $42,000. But yeah, but hopefully, please God, it does not happen. But Harry, would you like to give your thoughts on the whole COPPA situation, marking your videos as for kids or not for kids, and the $42,000 fine for every single video you make?
Excuse me,
I think
I'm
this
so sorry
COPPA
to.
thing
I'm so sorry. I'm
is
so
a
sorry
little
to.
harsh, honestly. I mean, YouTube should. I mean, it's YouTube's responsibility to make sure what content is appropriate for kids or not. They should not be putting all of the responsibility on the creators. And I mean, our channels shouldn't be punished for doing nothing wrong because we're harmless. We're just movie reviewers who chat about movies. Our content is fun. We would never post any offensive content for kids ever. But
But bad
thankfully,
language, like we all say bad language from time to time, and bad language is not for kids.
well, yeah, exactly. So thankfully, we've set our channel as not for kids. But I am optimistic that this COPPA thing won't happen, as billions of YouTubers are upset about this. Even major YouTubers are disagreeing with this. So I think I don't think I think we will be. I think we'll be okay. I think everybody will still have a YouTube channel by 2020 because I don't plan to quit YouTube ever. I want to stay on it for life. I don't. YouTube is it's a it, I it's a it's I mean it's so it's I commit so much to YouTube. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I can't imagine a life without it. But so yeah, I am, but I'm still optimistic that that this COPPA thing won't happen, and all our YouTube channels will still exist in 2020. So yeah, I'm thinking positively about this.
Fair enough, but yeah, and you do make a good point. Like, it should be YouTube setting the audience for our channels, and it should be them, like, not us. Like, we have 1,000 videos, each channel we have, and we don't have $42,000. And I hope the best that we won't get a fine of 42 grand, and I don't think we will, please God. But I just think it's ridiculous, and I like no one has that kind of money, and it's just YouTubers' endgame. To be fair, Thanos is COPPA. We're the Avengers. But yeah, Indomus Rex, would you like to give your thoughts on the whole COPPA situation and the $42,000 fine and the audience being set for kids or not for kids?
Okay, I've got one really major thing to say here. Is that some information has been said about the entire COPPA situation from I believe it was from the United. It was official. I know it was from a official source, but there are multiple factors which contend in seeing if they classify a video being for children or not. One of them, and one of the most important ones, is your analytics. Because say if your analytics are for a low age audience, are for a low are for a low age audience, they will most likely class that as aimed for children. Meanwhile, in my case, over 50% of my viewers are 25 to 35. So I'm
Same
probably
here. My
safe from the
channel.
whole entire from the whole entire thing.
Same here in the Misrex. Like I check the audience as well for my channel, and it's people over the age of 13 that watch my videos. And I was talking about Ironbat 1993, and he said that he doesn't make money off YouTube, and he said that he thinks he'll be fine. And I do have good hope that we will be fine. But all I can say is, if one YouTuber goes down, we all go down together. And so fair is fair.
No.
Go on. You were saying.
And then this awkward silence, just steps in over a disagreement.
Well, don't you think it's fair though that if one YouTuber goes down, we all go down?
Not really. Harry, when you eat, can you please take your mouth away from the microphone? It's very distracting. Thank you. I don't think he's even listening to me. As far as we know, that one person could have directly aimed their content towards children. But if that person falls, people who don't target their content towards children shouldn't fall for the content that they have made.
True, but I mean, like, a fine though of $42,000. That's just wow.
Once again, this was in the video I sent you yesterday, Lee, where they said they'll only fine people depending on their financial position.
Yeah, everybody would be bankrupt if they were forced to pay. That's the only Disney has that cash.
For example, we won't get fined because we're just
honest,
teenagers.
I don't think he's here.
I am. I'm here. I'm still
How
here.
professional.
I mean, I don't think Indominus Rex is here.
Yes, I'm still here. Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I forgot what I was saying now.
You were talking about the peep that we won't be getting fined since we're teenagers.
Yes. We will most likely not be getting fined because we're teenagers. We don't have most money in the world. If anything, they'll only fine $42,000 to giant corporations. Because they won't find somebody who's barely living, who barely has any money. If anything, at the very most, they'll just give them a slap on the wrist and then just move on towards bigger targets.
But on January 1st, 2020, a load of YouTubers are going to be gone. Well, It's
I even
made like that.
listening to a single thing that I'm saying.
You were saying that we won't be getting fined since we're teenagers and since we have, well, cheap money.
Yes. So loads of YouTubers won't go down. If anything, a small amount of YouTubers will go down
Okay, fair
because
enough. But
how many YouTube channels are there? I know there's well over 1 million YouTube channels which make content, and say 10,000 of them are unlikely to go down because it's highly unlikely that 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 Nelly like I guarantee 95% of us YouTubers fine like that. That is why we're all scared.
to be fair though, I mean, I know like it might not happen. It could genuinely get fixed, but take it seriously. And but like in the
You
midst,
don't
like
think I am taking this seriously?
well, yeah, well, no, I didn't say you weren't taking it seriously. I just said, oh well, take it seriously because it genuinely could happen. But do you think do you think channels like us, me, you, Harry, Ollie Pajak, Mr. Terrace 11, Jose, Ironbat 1993, Furion, do you think will be taken down off YouTube on January 1st, 2020? Like, be honest, do you think we all will?
No.
Alright, well, fair enough, but I don't have a whole lot to say. Um, but it does seem like it might be fixed, and I think it could get fixed because who knows? We're not gonna we're just innocent people. We are innocent people to be fair. Like we don't like okay, your channel wouldn't be for kids if you have porn. Like if you put a picture of someone naked, that's not for children. But like I get
Well, porn wouldn't even be on YouTube, Lee.
yeah, but I'm still saying. But like, say, like, if you have a video talking about like, Spider-Man or How to Train Your Dragon or Legend of the Guardians, and if you have person, since the property is made for children, well, Legend of the Guardians is really for kids, but if you but you're talking about something that's specifically made for kids, that'll be marked as made for kids. But here's the thing: you could have cursing, like you could say fuck, 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 and then you're screwed.
Here's the thing. It doesn't depend on what's in your actual video. It depends on what your video looks like from the outside. With stuff like analytics and the thumbnail and the title and the description and the tags. It doesn't matter what's in the actual video. It could just you be swearing for 20 minutes straight. But if you titled it, "Ooh, Scooby-Doo is amazing," you have a chance of maybe getting fined, of maybe getting found by COPPA. But that all depends on what demographic watches your videos.
Well, we have teenagers and adults watch our videos.
Well then, in that case, we won't count. Because as far as COPPA is concerned, their definition of a child is somebody underneath the age of 13.
Well, to be fair, that is a kid. I mean, 13, you're a teenager, but you're still a kid in heart. Like you're still young.
Well, well, well. The main reason they're even doing this is because children from can't tell what an advertisement really is until they're 13 or 12. That's the main reason. That is why they are doing this.
I've known what an advertisement is since I was 7.
Yes, but most children can't comprehend what one is until they reach a certain age of maturity.
Okay, that's true. But
Yeah, I've known what commercials are at age 5.
I love how you said that, Harry. You just said it so random. I've known commercials since I was 5. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah.
It's just the way you said it was very funny. I'm not making fun of you, even though I am. But like, I'm just taking the mick. It was very funny how you said it.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I mean, there is a lot of detail to COPPA, and believe me, there's a load of information. But I mean, if it
Yeah,
does,
there is.
if there is, and it's so hard to take it in because you have paragraphs, 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 and paragraphs, and you have to take it all in, and it takes ages. Like I got confused even, and it's ridiculous. Like YouTube should be saying, okay, your content is not for children. That's fine. It should be like that. There should be no fine whatsoever.
Well, Lee, people tend to do something called lying,
That's true, but I mean,
where
anyone can
where
lie
they
about
could
their age on
easily
the internet.
say that the videos, oh, they're not for kids, just so they can get more money and take advantage of the system.
But I don't make money off YouTube. I don't think Harry does either.
heck no.
I don't. But there are people out there who don't care about the content that they make and just care about the money. And
Well,
that
I
is
mean,
what is important at the end of the day to them.
I did once want to make money, but I was afraid that maybe not because I do curse sometimes, and I do have a feeling that maybe it's just nah, don't do it. But I just joined YouTube to have fun. That's kind of the whole point, though. Like Harry, Indomus Rex, Iron Bat, Furry Oddity, Ollie, Jack the Film Fanatic, even Anima, Cellsbex, big YouTubers, Asian Guy Gamer, um, you know, like people in the old Skylanders gaming community. People just joined YouTube for fun and to make a good bit of cash. But like for me, I never intended on making cash. I just said this is what I want to do on YouTube. I want to make videos and I want to become a YouTube. And I have got that dream. And I'm still learning and learning. And I will retire from YouTube if this doesn't happen at age 21 because I would have been on YouTube for 10 years. But if the COPPA system does work, and please God, we won't get fined, I will have to retire, and we will have to see what other YouTubers are doing about it. But I don't think there's a whole lot to say. But I think I'll wrap it up there. But as for other events coming up, since we're at nearly the end of the decade, who's excited for Christmas? Because I can't wait for Christmas. We're putting up our Christmas tree up on Friday since the Late Late Toy Show's airing in Ireland. Woohoo!
Me?
I actually have to say, I cannot wait for How to Train Your Dragon Homecoming. And if you have seen it in the Rex, if you have, do not spoil it because I'm not watching it until Christmas
I
Day.
haven't seen it. I'll be getting the DVD for Christmas.
Alright, good. I'm getting the DVD as well, but I'm really excited. I have heard about a few things. But I have heard about a few things which made me a bit disappointed, but I do hope it will be the best short, hopefully. But I won't say who's not in it because I just don't want to ruin it on anyone. But I believe it'll be a beautiful ending. But we won't spoil it. And I will hopefully do a reaction. But hopefully it'll be a good short. Hopefully it'll be the best. Hopefully it'll be the best Christmas special. What are you guys getting for Christmas?
Well, yeah, I'm hoping to get Homecoming for Christmas, but other than that, I'm not spoiling my Christmas gifts.
Fair enough. What about you, Indibus?
Well, I only know. I only know a few things. And most of them are dinosaur related, since I love dinosaurs. One of them is the Jurassic Park Brachiosaurus. One of them is the Jurassic World Dinosaurus. I know I'm getting the slight juvenile T-Rex. I know this doesn't make any sense to use a lot. And I know I might be getting a pop vinyl of Thanos.
What are you doing at pop finals with me? But no, cool.
What?
I'm getting for Christmas what Santa's bringing me. I asked Santa for a 128 gigabyte Samsung Galaxy A50. Yeah, I actually can't wait to get that. So new camera.
That sounds like a gun.
It's not a gun. If it was a gun, I'd be shooting everyone. Gun, 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 pew, pew, pew. Put your
Note to
hands
self:
in the
never give Lee a gun.
air. But,
Well,
Anyways,
it would
I
be
should.
okay if it was a toy gun.
be like the one in
Anyways.
Meet Dave.
Exactly.
And then it's not an actual
I should
gun,
really
you
be.
can squeeze it.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, I should really be going now because it's quite late here. So, thank you for having me on.
Very welcome. So, it's just me and you now, Harry.
Oh yeah, sorry, Lee, I've got to go now, so it's okay if we wrap this up.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. I was about to anyway. Sorry. You got anything else you want to say before we wrap this up?
Merry Christmas 2019 and a Happy New Year 2020.
New decade, actually. And also, guys, we'll be doing a Talk About Show Christmas special, hopefully. But it'll be a very different one. And we'll be doing it very soon. So, I won't spoil it, but we'll be talking about a specific Christmas movie. And I can't wait to actually do the reflection on it. Until then, see you guys next time, and stay tuned on Tuesday for the 1000 subscribers special request. I won't spoil who won, and I won't spoil what the movie is, but you'll find out on Tuesday. Good night, folks, and skadoosh.